Hey all, and welcome back to the HFC playthrough of Pokémon Legends ZA. Night is fast approaching, so just before we get into the next ranked match of the ZA Royale, let's take a look at our team right here. We have Pig Knight at level 17, Mareep at level 14. I got the routes from Mystery Gift. It has a Gardevoir, right, so that'll be ready to Mega Evolve when we need it. That's at level 16. We got Boys at level 13. The Sableye we caught as part of that side quest at level 10, and the ever-faithful Magikarp at level 11. Don't worry, buddy, you'll become relevant soon enough. So, let's kill some time before it's time to battle.
This is part of the fun, although you can, if you wanted to, you can just go to the bench and waste a lot of time until you get to night. Because of how open the city is, and because there's so much around that you can do, I didn't actually do that at all in my main playthrough. There was always something I could do to just pass the time and enjoy myself until it was time for the battles at night.
Oh,
I could have ran around and did stuff, but there were times where I just wanted to advance and continue with the ZA Royale, so I just advanced to night so I could continue doing that instead.
Fair enough.
damn you!
It knows what it's doing.
Sometimes obstacles get in the way. There's one wild zone that I've gotten to where there's planks over water, and your Pokemon will get like a floaty raft like they did in Scarlet and Violet, but they get caught on the planks that's going over the water and they can't get over that to the other side, and it's been an annoyance so far.
Ah.
Yeah, thankfully there's not too many spots where I've had trouble with that. I did mention in an earlier part, but the only time I really notice this kind of problem, like the jank kicking in, is when you're on the rooftops trying to battle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because sometimes your Pokemon will just slip off the side and then it will still try to aim attacks it had already locked on. And it just gets a little bit strange.
Yeah, one of the big things I think I mentioned last time was when there's just a lot of targets, and that can happen with some of the rooftops where there's a lot of the Mega Shards that you can destroy, because there's some of them that have like 10 different targets and then a Pokemon that you want to try to hit too, and it just becomes a bit of a cluster.
Ooh.
Yeah, at least you can, I believe it's the right stick, just to kind of rotate between the different targets, but it can still be a bit fiddly if you're not sure which one's which.
I kind of just let go of the trigger and press it again until I get it right.
Oh, this battle zone's pretty big.
Yes, it is. Throughout the main story, it will rotate you between quite a few different battle zones each night, so you get to experience a different bit of the Lumiose City. I forgot what the name was for a minute there.
Franceland.
Legally distinct Paris.
Bonus cards can be found in various places around battle zones. These special cards let you earn additional points.
These are actually really good. They're great for getting the medals to get more money at the end as well. This specific battle zone, I think, is actually being overlaid over a wild zone. Maybe one that's not open yet, because I think this is where Wild Zone 5 is.
Yeah, they do sort of rotate them around a little bit as the story progresses, but those cards that you were looking at, they are going to be a godsend when you get later in the game, because the targets that you have to get the challenge tickets, right now it's fairly low. Right now you only need 3,000 points. Eventually it will be considerably more than that, and the cards let you get big bonuses that really do help you out. Again,
a big help for getting money at the end as well, even though sometimes you still run out of time before, you know, getting all that you need to max out your challenger's ticket.
Yeah, like the money, the way it works is that you get the medals, which are kind of like the base factor, but there's also a multiplier depending on how many trainers you beat that night. So you can just sort of stack it up. Even if you've got enough points for the challenger's ticket, it's still worth keep battling just to get more, like a bigger payout when you're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not to mention the XP that you get.
Okay, so how many wins are we going to need for this? About 6 or so?
Well, it also depends on how many of the cards you clear.
That is, I would get that card. You can get up to 3 cards at once, so having a few stacked up helps you out.
Oh no. You poor fella.
And they despawn when you get into a battle. So you'll be able to pick up that card when you get done. This poor guy.
That Bellsprout didn't stand a chance.
He never saw me coming. I don't think I have any water-type moves, so that was the worst card imaginable for me to pick up at the start of this area.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that happens. That one's pretty easy, just use super effective moves.
If you do end up with a useless card like that, once you've got 3, if you pick a 4th one up, then you get to choose which one you swap out. So you could just pick up another one and get rid of that water one.
If you have a revive, it would be worth using the revive on Ralt so it starts getting XP again.
Yes, good point, good points. Gotta remember, we're part fighting now, so flying will hurt.
On the other hand, you had rollout, which would have been 4 times. Nope, sorry, fletchling is normal flying, not fire flying. So it still would have been super effective, just not 4 times effective.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the thing. Which item would you like to use? Revive. Thank you.
Again, I never use the auto heal.
The reason it does that is later in the game, once you get max revives, you can be strategic and like not accidentally waste your max revives, because they're a lot more generous with them in this game than they have been in previous games, but still, they're the sort of things you want to save till you actually need them.
Never saw me coming.
Imagine trying to win the ZA Royale with the Pidgey.
Got to start somewhere.
I guess.
I guess.
Like, granted, most of us start with something that's at least half decent, like the starter Pokemon, rather than PG, but still.
I guess they didn't have a, fancy hotel friend to give them one of the partner Pokemon.
I will never understand people who box their starter. It's such a meaningful connection to me.
I won't tell you what I did last night, then.
Wait, you've beaten the game, so that's understandable.
I still have Meganium in my team, although it's kind of one of the ones that I use the least, to be fair.
To be fair, in my case, it's because I found, in one of the post-game areas, I found a fire type that I wanted to use more than Ember, so it'd be a bit redundant to have both of them around.
I don't know, I absolutely plan on doing a second run of this game where I just use 6 Ampharos.
Well, not with the Ampharos part, but I do intend to replay it.
God bless you, Spar. You've got a gimmick and you're sticking to it.
Alright, ticket obtained.
Oh yeah, baby.
You can keep going for more medals, or you could just go do the thing now.
I'm kind of enjoying just going around and battling, honestly.
The very soft stealth element of this is kind of satisfying when you pull it off, and I usually do wait out the whole night before cashing in the ticket.
Again, I could tell you where to find different water Pokemon if you did want to trade out that Magikarp.
It's getting up there in levels.
Yeah, it evolves at level 20 and then it's Beast, so
Not to mention Mega Gyarados is kind of cracked. Saved me a bunch of runs of Pokerogue.
Yeah, the thing with Mega Gyarados, I'm still a bit torn on it being Water Dark rather than Water Dragon, but
I think... I was going to say Water Dragon's overdone, but no, there's only 2 of them.
If you look at Gyarados, what do you think of?
A dragon.
Well, Mega Gyarados looks like a shrimp, so...
No, it just looks like it's been crushed inward a bit. When you have the little Suzuki vans that are getting pushed in, crushed and destroyed. It's sort of like that.
Ah.
As you might expect, there might be people on ceilings and roofs as well. Not so much on the ceiling, actually.
No, Lionel Richie's up there enjoying himself.
You dare? You dare to taunt me?
We are considerably more powerful than you, so provoking us is not a good idea.
Trainer looks like she could knock me out in a single hit, though.
I was reading an article earlier about how Substitute is basically worthless in this battle mode because, in the turn-based system, Substitute makes you completely invulnerable while it's out. In this, it just puts another target out for the opponent to hit, but your Pokemon is still there, able to be hit, so the entire point of Substitute is just completely gone.
I see. Ooh.
Oh, it's Flaffy time.
Flaffy is actually my least favorite of the three, but it's still adorable.
It's actually my favourite, and there's no real reason to it aside from the fact that that's how you encounter it in Pokemon Colosseum, and I think that was the first time I used that line on one of my teams.
That would make sense, yeah.
That trainer that you just beat actually will give you some medals if you go back and speak to her.
Aha.
Yeah, some of them give you items, some of them give you medals. Oh, this one's giving you lemonade, and some of them give you a free heal.
I've actually never gotten the lemonade. That's why I assumed it was medals. My bad.
Do trainers infinitely spawn here? Because I'm noticing a new guy over there.
Yes, they will respawn after a few minutes.
Okay.
It's like a pool of trainers, and it spawns in a different one to the one that was there before.
I actually had one happen where a trainer was at a certain spot, and then I turned around and did something else, and then when I turned back to the trainer that was there before, they were gone and a different trainer was there.
Oh.
And so I beat the second trainer, and then the first one respawned.
A ghost!
We see an oddly over-proportional amount of Ekans tonight, I'm noticing.
Really?
Well, it goes along with the weak Pokemon that Team Rocket, etc. uses.
To be fair, Jesse's Arbok eventually became kinda cool.
Oh, your Pignite picked up Fire Spin, by the way.
Don't worry, I'll put it on after this battle.
Well, it's not great as a special attacker, but like we mentioned last time, the trapping moves are actually pretty good if you can get the opponent to, like, just stand still in them.
Which, like, on the tight areas like these rooftops, that can be kind of handy, because they don't really have much space to run away.
Oh, good job teaching Swift. I didn't know that had happened either. Swift on Flaffy's pretty good as well.
Yeah, I did a little bit of fine-tuning between parts. That water-type thing is never going to be used.
It's fine, there's plenty of other cards around. I was gonna say, don't let Pignite just poison itself to death.
Okay, what should I change? I like Roll Out, Power Up Punch, and Flame Wheel. Should I just change Tackle?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Power Up Punch is really good at this point in the game because it gives you that bit of an attack bonus as well. So
I see.
that's like a good first move to use before you go into a Flame Wheel.
Oh yeah, not to mention just having a good fighting type move as well. So many crystals.
Oh. Get paralyzed. I'm not surprised that didn't work.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that last time.
Are we going to put out this fire we've started? No? Okay.
Nah,
No, it just goes away on its own.
Okay, I think we're good.
Fortunately, your Pokemon can't hurt themselves by walking back into their own, like, trapping move, but you can. If you walk into it, you still get hurt.
Interesting.
This area is where I caught myself a shiny Carvana last night, so I'm quite fond of it now.
Yeah.
Though it's unfortunate that the shiny Sharpedo is a very basic recolor. Like, the Carvana is like a bright green, which is cool, but the Sharpedo is just purple.
I'm iffy on a lot of shinies. I tend to just go for, is it cool? I don't really care if it's a straight recolor, if it's just cool. That's probably the same reason I like the Phazon suit for Metroid Prime, because it's just the regular suit, but black and red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I like the shinies to have, like, to be noticeably different. to the base ones. That's why it's like the worst offender is obviously Garchomp, and I don't know why they haven't done anything about that. They've slightly changed the shades of some other shiny Pokemon. Like I've seen people talking about how in this game Slowpoke and Slowbro have more distinct shinies now, just because of I don't know if it's like a conscious thing or whether it's just how this game's lighting works, but it's definitely much more noticeable.
Yeah.
Charizard's shiny was originally purple, I think, and I can't remember if it was in the card game or one of the official games where they started to reflect that by making the shiny more purple instead of black.
Well, I think what it's kind of down to is that Charizard's shiny was intended to be a black colour, but with Gold and Silver, I think the way they worked is that they would reassign hues based on like just swapping Pokemon's colour palette. So it means they were quite limited. They couldn't just manually decide like, okay, we want this shiny to be this colour. It was just like rotating it to a different palette. So it was kind of like they would just make do for the time being, and then they sort of adapted them more once they got to Ruby and Sapphire, and they started being able to actually make unique sprites for them.
I got you. I'm a busy adult with a lot going on, so I hope we can wrap this up fast. I'll crush you nice and quick. Break their bones fast.
Don't talk like this to someone who's mogging you in height. It doesn't look that great.
Alright, Yvonne.
The most normal request for when reaching rank A is I just want to hold a marathon. I just want to run, man. Okay, Tom, it's just a spritzy. You don't have to be worried about this one like last time.
Okay, very funny.
No, this might sweep a shit. Especially since... Oh, wait, no, we're fire as well as fighting, aren't we?
Yeah, firefighting, so fairy's neutral.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I saw it using Fairy Wind and was like, uh-oh, this could go bad.
I think I actually started this fight with my Heracross, and so the fact that she's throwing out fairy types was like, oh, this is a problem.
I don't blast. I don't want to go home a loser. I want to go home a winner.
Okay, I respect that.
Oh, that was the wrong Pokemon to send out if you wanted to do that there. Get Fire Spun.
Light Screen also wasn't a great idea against a physical attacker. You're having a much easier time than I did.
I didn't win. Great, now I feel awful. Well, I have 2 advisors on hand.
True.
I'm just so annoyed at how hard it is to run freely around Lumiose with all the wild zones. Time to jog through every street in this city to take my mind off this mortifying loss. Your victory is confirmed. Congratulations.
Do we get a pay rise for this promotion, or is it just symbolic?
My name is now Zomt.
Xemnas will be calling shortly.
Yo, did you see that Vivirion? You must be feeling drained after that match. I could go for a Wild Zone run, but I assume you're going to teleport me back.
Yeah, you do get teleported after most of these.
Fug.
Well, the story-based ones, at least, because it's like leading us into our... Like, eventually it will sort of just leave you to your own devices a bit more, but, like, when story stuff's happening, story stuff has to happen, obviously.
I've asked you more than once to please send word when you want us together.
It's not my fault you turned your notifications off.
Really? We know you always turn up one way or another when Team MZ is getting together, Naveen. That's a very pretty excuse, but I'd rather you just admit you forgot to get in touch.
Yeah, even if he does always show up, sometimes you just like getting the message anyway.
Well, we forgot we posted that in the No Naveen group chat.
Oh no! We call it Noveen. I'm still snot.
I'm just watching, don't mind me.
Let's see how much stuff I got here. Woohoo!
Oh, if you get 10, I think that's what turns it into a 2x multiplier.
Woo!
I haven't quite figured it out because I think early on I got to like 12 and it was still 1.5. But now later in the game I get like 6 trainers and it still gives me 2.0. So I really have no idea what determines that.
It might be the rank of the trainers, come to think of it.
It could be. It could just be your progression through the game. I'm sure someone will figure something out. Do like a 20-hour test to figure out what determines the multiplier on that.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure this game has already been fully data mined.
I see your instant curiosity about new people has been activated. Well, don't you want to know more about him, seeing how he's tearing it up in the ZA Royale? Okay, let's dial the expectations back a little bit. I took out a taxi driver and a jogger. Very admirable. Bit different from your reason, Her Naveen. Leave me out of this, please. Want to know why Naveen joined Team MZ?
I guess.
This is an invasion of privacy. Come on, we're all on the same team here. I'm not particularly interested in all of your business, and I wish you'd stay out of mine. Fine, here's what we'll do. You two have a Pokemon battle, and you'll have to spill the tea if NTom wins.
I saw a post online explaining that Lita always calls Naveen shy, but he's not just shy, he just hates people.
Yeah.
And I sympathize with that.
Honestly, it's a miracle we ever get any comms done with the way Spar is.
No, I hate people. There are persons that I like.
Isn't the plural of persons people?
Right. People implies a general term. Persons is a few select individuals. I'm putting way too much thought into this.
Yeah, you are.
There is a very small pool of people I can tolerate.
But make no mistake, I'm going to give it my all, because I don't like to talk about my life. NTom, you ready? Hell yeah, let's do it.
Like, there's really no winning in this situation from our perspective here, is there? Because, like, if you start asking him questions, you're gonna look nosy and annoying. If you say, I don't give a shit what you're into, then you're gonna look like you're just being brash.
I mean, you could say, I'm curious, but I respect your decision to not tell me.
That's far too polite for me, and you know it.
Right, we're in France. No one's ever polite.
Oh, that poor Spinnerack.
Don't use fighting moves on it.
You got it. Oh, no.
To be fair, Sableye is both Ghost and Dark type, both of which are super effective against Psychic.
Mm-hmm. Although, Ralts being Fairy would have taken neutral damage from Dark.
Oh yeah, true.
Nice.
Yeah, boys.
You really want to get to know me this badly?
Yeah, the Heracross is really just here to, like... It's almost like the one Fire Emblem character that's meant to, like, be overpowered at the early game and then kind of falls off later on when you start getting better units.
So I like Lita in the background over there. It's okay, you can come a little bit closer.
We had a giant Heracross running around stabbing shit. Do you really want to get too close?
Fair enough. No surprise given your track record in the Royale. Again, I've taken out 2 people. Perhaps I'll rethink Scraggy's moves.
I don't think that was the problem. It didn't really get a chance to use a move.
Yeah. I think I was lagging behind a little bit in levels like 10 minutes ago, and then I took out a bunch of trainers, and now I'm like too powerful. She wanted me, my grandma that is, to concentrate on improving my test scores, but I was more interested in doing fashion sketches than academics.
Gosh, Grandma.
Why don't you go to a fashion school then? Exactly. You have no retort. Which is why you hang out here but still have to head home sometimes. Yeah, normal people don't live in hotels, Lena.
Rich people do.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, this is true.
His coat is so cool.
I guess the other rooms on the second floor where your room is belong to Tawny, Lita, and Naveen, but you can't go into any of them as far as I know.
No, you can't.
Alright, what silly name do they have this time? Zavi.
That one's at least kind of cool to say out loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of thought they were just going to go with, like, Xavier or something.
Yo.
We still have trainer.png as our picture.
we have to change this.
Alright, so you have to go into the ZA Royale thing in the menu to change it. And then Y.
Ah, yes. Do you want to retake my photo? Yes. How do I get my Pokemon to move?
I haven't quite figured that out yet.
I think you have to put them where you want them just before you go into the menu.
Oh. Shasha. Yeah, get fucking Pokeballed.
Was that a gang sign?
No, it's a heart.
No, the one next to it.
Oh no.
The upside down piece. You could also change the eyes.
Yes, yes indeed. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I like that. And how do I take it? Bada bing.
There you go. We are no longer a JPEG.
I found out through watching other playthroughs, only up to the parts we've done, by the way, that you can accidentally blink during your first picture.
Oh, that's cool.
Shadow Claw.
That would be handy for the Sableye when we get it.
And Heracross as well.
Alright, let's head out on the town.
Yeah.
A cafe, you say?
On the other side.
Other side. Yes, please. I would like a coffee. Or a cup of tea, that'll be fine.
Cafe intro version.
Ooh, I'll have some Roserade tea, thank you.
Are you sure you want that? Roserade's the poison type?
It's just a name, don't worry.
But what if it's not? You can take photos during this moment here as well, which I don't think these are ones you can set as your profile picture.
No, it has to be specifically in the ZA Royale app for that one.
I hope that gets patched because like that is an annoying little quirk.
I've heard that sitting down at cafes like this increases your Pokemon's friendship, and so that's how you get the friendship evolutions.
Yeah, and I think you do also get research points for visiting the cafes as well.
Yeah, you've got to do it a few times for one of the requests, or maybe a few of them.
I didn't need an excuse to drink tea, but if you're going to give me stuff on top of that...
It might also heal your Pokemon? I don't know about that part.
Yeah, it does. The teas and coffees are basically extra heal.
Okay, yeah, that's cool then.
I wonder if Emma has any side quests for us. We could pop in and check that out.
Well, you don't have to go speak to Emma. They'll just be those little exclamation points on the map.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, thankfully they do auto-populate as you go through the game.
Mm-hmm. Hell yes.
Bit to your left.
Can you tell where it's gonna be a wild zone later?
Or maybe the big purple building will be important.
Oh. We'll give that a wide berth for now. And you. We'll give you a wide berth.
At least it's not standing up.
Oh no.
This is the Wild Zone 5 that I thought that we were in last night, but it was a different spot. And yes, you can find Abra here, but it's like up on the rooftops, and you've got to go like a long way around to get to the rooftops.
And we do have one.
That too.
Nuclear option.
Did you just kill two of them in one hit?
Nice, double kill. Yeah, that's one of the great things, is you can hit multiple targets with pretty much any move.
But it does also mean that you can have multiple targets hitting you in one hit.
Yeah, one of the things that can happen in this Wild Zone, actually, if you go down that path off to the left, it'll take you to an area with an alpha whirlipede and like 7 venipede all together, and they will all try to attack you.
Oh.
Them clumps of poison there, I think you need a water-type move to get rid of those.
You can destroy them with confusion.
Okay.
Confusion specifically works. Psybeam does not.
That's strange. Like, I understand Psychic getting rid of it, because, like, obviously it's a lump of poison. Poison is weak to Psychic. But the fact that it's really picky about which moves, especially since the Bramble that you get rid of fire type, get rid of through fire moves, I'm pretty sure you can use any fire type move, or at least any that's like comes into contact with it.
If you go down that tunnel way where the poison, clumps are at, that leads down to the whirlipede.
Ooh, I kind of want it, honestly.
If you go this way instead, up the ladder is where you can find the Abras, but again, we already have one.
And I don't know to have a look around anyway, though.
Yeah. Bah. Use your brain!
But yeah, like Flame said, you're actually meant to clear these out with water, and there is a side quest that is sort of supposed to introduce them, but it opens way later, and I don't really understand the point of it being that much later in the game, because you'll clearly run into them before that.
Well, it's one of them things of like, that there's probably a lot of players who found this wild area, weren't sure how to progress, and then it's like, once you figure out what you're doing, you go back. Also, this thing's level 28, so be careful.
Yeah, it sure is. It's still possible to take out.
Have we got any status moves at all? Because that will help you out if you paralyze it or something.
Flaffy has Thunder Wave.
That probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but if you get rid of that Litlan first... yeah, we'll just punch the big bug.
There you go, paralyze it.
Oh wow, that that pin missile destroyed Flaffy.
Like, Heracross should be able to tank a little bit, although it is lower level in it still compared to the others.
It's at least got a bit of a type advantage against its moves.
The area waste, yeah. It's angry, so you're not going to get it with a ball right now.
Be worth taking some time to throw a super potion on Pig Knight.
Yes, restore health.
Yeah, you can't use the auto heal while you're in battle, because it's like trying to space out like when you use items.
Yeah, you have a cooldown there at the bottom which shows when you can use items again.
This is really cool, it's so dynamic.
Yeah, it's great.
It does feel really intense when you are directly up against a big fucker like this.
I do like... I mean, I mentioned last time that the alphas are more dynamic. Some of these, like the Whirlipede, are kind of always here. But there's also just some random ones that can appear all over. As opposed to Arceus, where I'm pretty sure they were all set. Like specific ones in specific places.
No, you could get occasional random alpha spawns in Arceus.
I guess I never noticed or didn't play far enough.
Most of the ones you encounter will be the preset ones, but every now and then it's got like an extra roll as to whether a Pokemon that spawns in will be alpha. So you have options there. Also, God, that thing fucking murdered that team.
I know, right?
And it might be worth reviving your other Pokemon so they get experience as well.
Or just head to a Pokemon Center so you can set up for the battle zone that's coming here in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, we have got a little while yet before it becomes like proper nighttime.
You'll have to wait before you can revive the other one. Actually, you should be able to now.
Okay.
Now that the battle's over. Ooh, and a Max for 5 you just picked up.
I'll save that for later.
The point that I'm at in the game, I think I actually had more max revives than normal revives, because, like Flame said, I was saving the regular ones.
Yeah.
Also, the thing with this game, and I noticed this a lot in Scarlet and Violet as well, is that because you can see, because you can pick up items so quickly, and because they respawn, I go over and just pick up literally everything I see out of force of habit, and so I end up with way more items than I even realise I have by like the second half of the game.
That's a pretty cool wild zone.
Yeah, it's nice to find an Electrike this early, because otherwise it's quite a while before you can find one. I didn't even know it was in this wild zone.
Manectric is a Pokemon that, like, it doesn't seem to get as much attention as a lot of electric type Pokemon, but it's also one of the coolest Gen 3 designs in my eyes.
It's definitely... Oh yeah, I remember the ones on the rooftop. I didn't know there was one in that little alcove you got to. It's definitely my choice for electric type in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
It is a good one, yeah. I just really like the design of it. It's so pointy, so like unapologetically, look at me, I'm electric.
Oh yeah. Your Pignite is stuck down there on the other side of the roof.
They still managed to get the fire spin anyway.
Ranged moves are ridiculous. I can't tell if that's a regular Pidgeotto or an alpha.
It's just a Pidgeotto.
Well, now we have to do this the hard way.
I remember one time I found it was an alpha Pidgeot, and it was right before the time was about to change, and I got it down to like 10 HP, and I didn't throw the Pokeball, but the time changed and the entire encounter reset, and I just left.
Aww.
That is really fucking annoying. Like, especially if it's an alpha that you've been fighting for a while, and you just look at it after the transition happens, and it's like, nope, it's back at full health. Fuck you.
Yeah, I feel like it would be great if they make it so that the time can't change while you're in a battle, or at the very least while a Pokeball is shaking, because it can do that while a Pokeball is shaking, and then it just doesn't count the capture one way or the other.
Yes.
So there's definitely a few iffy things about the time change mechanic.
I will say I do appreciate how they've got considerations for that sort of thing when it comes to shiny Pokemon. Because they've changed the way the shinies archive. That's a fucking Alpha Bellsprout, god damn. But
this thing chased me out of here.
But like, with the shinies, it now has a memory of up to 10 shiny encounters. That as long as you don't flat out catch them or kill them, it will remember that there's a shiny Pokemon there, and it will still be shiny if you leave the area and come back.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's to avoid the frustration of, you know, like, the time changed and I lost my shiny.
Yeah, one of the annoying things is that if it's a Pokemon that runs away, like an Esper or a Fletchling, and you accidentally scare it, it's just gone. And that can happen inadvertently.
Fucking Alpha Bellsprout.